If you are new to real estate or thinking about switching brokerages, here are 10 questions you need to ask before signing on the dotted line. That contract could come back to bite you. Trust me, it's happened to me. If we haven't met, my name is Jenna Nadon, and I help women start, grow, and scale relationships in the real estate business. I don't use any of the common tactics like cold calling or door knocking or bugging your friends and family. When you're new to real estate and you're trying to figure out which brokerage you are going to sign with, or maybe you're a seasoned agent and you've worked with brokerages for years, and you've started to think about maybe making a switch, there are 10 questions you need to ask yourself and the brokerage before you make that decision. Question 1, what type of brokerage should I join? Should you go big, to a well-known franchise, a local boutique that's independent, or a global virtual brokerage? I've actually done all 3 options, so I can share some insight on this topic. Depending on what city you live in, you may have dozens of brokerages to choose from, or maybe only a handful. My advice is to invest the time and check out all of your options before you make a decision. How do you know what's out there unless you compare? It used to be that national franchise brokerages gave you credibility, and that is a big draw for a new agent. But that's changed dramatically in recent years. Although it may be true in smaller communities, sometimes that can actually work against you. In order to stand out in real estate, you've got to differentiate yourself. If you are predominantly using your brokerage's branding, it makes it impossible to stand out when everyone else is using the same branding. People are 100 times more likely to remember and recognize visual cues from logos than remember your name. When you work for a big brokerage, you really feel like you're a part of something, and there's a lot to say about that. You have somewhere to physically go, people to see and mingle with, big office meetings, holiday parties, national conferences. Real estate can be a lonely business, and these things make it a little less isolating. However, in a big brokerage, that can also make you feel lost in the crowd and disconnected. COVID certainly taught me, and many other realtors, that you don't actually need to go to an office. This is why virtual brokerages have been so explosive in their growth. Question 2, what are the fees, splits, and hidden costs? Since brokerages are notorious for making this really confusing, you need to compare apples to apples. Figure out what your potential average commission will be. Make sure you're looking at everything. Commission splits, threshold, capping rates, desk fees, transaction fees, royalty fees, marketing fees. Make sure you're looking at the whole picture, especially capping rules. Many brokerages will put you on a higher commission split on the assumption that you're going to cap out. If you don't, they'll claw back your commissions, and that can be a nasty surprise when you end up owing them money. Question 3, what type of training is provided? A lot of brokerages state that they have the best state-of-the-art training. Don't take their word for it. Ask lots of questions about the type and frequency of training. Is it in-house, one-on-one, group training, online? How often? What's the training? Can you see a schedule? Who is it taught by? I can't tell you the number of agents that have reached out on despair after joining a brokerage that promised incredible training, only to find out that it was all about door knocking, cold calling, and bugging your friends and family. Training and coaching is only good if it's training that you can actually implement. If it doesn't align with how you want to build your business, you will resent doing it and feel unhappy and then not show up for the training. Where is that going to get you? Nowhere fast. What about mentoring? Do they have a program? What's involved? How much does it cost? Training, mentoring, and coaching are 3 different aspects. Dive in and understand all 3 in detail. Question number 4. The next critical question is around technology and the services that the brokerage provides its agents. Brokerages will try and sell you on advantages and technology that they offer their agents. I will give you a few examples. Can you send deposits to your brokerage trust account by using an app in your phone? This is gold. Online appointment booking for showings, mobile apps to manage electronic signatures at open houses that automatically sends the buyer property details and all of your contact information? I'll take that. Weekly online training through virtual world? Be wary of brokerages that don't provide any technology or run undated tech. There are incredible platforms out there that you need to be taking advantage of. Signing with a brokerage that is behind the times can be a big liability for your business. How much control are you going to have? Brokerages really vary here. Some brokerages don't care about what you do or how you market, and others prefer to run everything that you do. I personally don't like being told what to do, so understanding upfront what the rules are is really important. What can you do? What are the rules? Will you be allowed to brand yourself? And can you have your branded marketing materials? Are you allowed to have your own website? Can you have your own YouTube channel? What about the commissions you charge? Do you get to set them? I know a lot of brokerages that charge commission splits based on you charging full commission, even if you didn't. Number 6, does the brokerage provide leads? How often and how are they distributed? If the leads are provided, is there a commission split difference? Typically in big brokerages, you rarely get leads, unfortunately. Question 7, what is the culture of the brokerage? Is it collaborative and supportive, or combative and competitive? Gossipy, team-spirited? Are the more seasoned agents willing to help out the new agents? It's one of those things I absolutely love about the brokerage I'm at now. It's structured to not only encourage, but actually rewards agents for helping others develop. The revenue share model of when you do well, I do well, is exact model brokerages need to help develop great agents. Question 8, does the brokerage offer benefits? I'm not just talking about the obvious health benefits. What about the less well-known benefits that brokerages are starting to implement for attraction and retention? Is it a publicly traded company? And are there stock options available? I'm a huge believer in diversifying your income streams, especially in real estate. When the incomes go up and down so much, it can be really hard to put money away for retirement, and stock option programs are a great solution, provided of course it's a solid company with a great growth potential. What about revenue or profit sharing? The way some companies are structured, like the brokerage I work at, there's a revenue share program that allows me to earn passive income in my sleep. What about the awards? Are there other benefits provided? What will happen if you want to bring on a partner or expand to start scaling your business and maybe start a team? You may not be there yet, but you need to know how it will be handled if and when you get there. What happens to your splits or your transaction fees and other costs? If it's a partnership, are your sales allocated evenly, or does only one of you get the credit? Are there any other implications that could affect things? I know one partnership that split up, and because all of the transactions were allocated to her partner, when she left to join another brokerage, she didn't qualify for their highest commission split plan, even though she would have if she was on her own. Final and critical question you need to ask: what happens if you want to leave? When you join any brokerage, partnership, or team, you always have to have an exit strategy in place. You might choose to never leave, but when you don't have a reliable exit strategy, you lose your power and you become stuck. It's not a good place to be. A better place is to know that you can leave and that you'll be fine if you do leave. When you know you have choices, you make better choices. Ask questions about how much notice you need to give. Ask about pending deals. What about capping requirements? Make sure everything is in writing and that you understand everything that you are signing. If you'd like a handy list that you can print off and use at your next interview, send me a DM. I'll send you a PDF format of what I use. If you're thinking about joining EXP, I have tons of videos and contents that break down the core values and brokerage insight. And with that, the more you learn, the more you earn when you're actually implementing what you're learning. Until next time.